Support for this One Time in Kankakee comes from the Kankakee Area YMCA. The Kankakee Area YMCA is more than just a gym. It's a movement of thousands of people making positive changes in their lives and their community. The YMCA is Kankakee's premier provider of family health and wellness. Become a Y member today at their location on Kennedy Drive in Kankakee or at k3ymca.org. For youth development, for healthy living, for social responsibility. The Kankakee Area YMCA. Support for this One Time in Kankakee comes from Raven Spring Media, where method, media, and mindfulness create impact. From video production, photography, animation, and team building, Raven Spring Media creates compelling content that captures your brand's unique story in a strategic way. With over 20 years of visual storytelling experience, Raven Spring Media brings together creative expertise and a fresh perspective to every project they undertake. Begin your story today at ravenspringmedia.com.
This one time in Kankakee, I lost my leg while farming.
Welcome to this One Time in Kankakee from the WVLI Podcast Network. I'm Jake Lamore. If you drive through the southern edges of Kankakee County, you'll see fields stretching out like an ocean of green and gold. It's a place where communities are bound tightly by the soil, where neighbors aren't just faces down the road, they're family. And around here, almost everyone knows a man named Willy VanWassenhove. To the local kids, the 4-H club members, and the folks at the county fair, he's simply known as Uncle Willy. But on a late September afternoon, a routine farm chore turned into a sudden battle for survival that would test the limits of his body, his mind, and the rural community that loves him. It was September 20th, 2024. Willy was pulling double duty, balancing his job as a plant and pesticide specialist for the Illinois Department of Agriculture with his deep-rooted passion for farming. He'd taken the afternoon off to deliver a rack of freshly baled hay down to Custer Park. He was driving down the road, carefully checking his load in the mirrors.
And I had strapped down the bales with a strap going across each side. And then I noticed before I was getting to Route 17 that the one strap appeared to be loose, so I got out to check it, and I went around and I made sure that both of them were hooked in the front and went around the back and made sure they were both hooked in the back.
Willy pulled his truck and hay rack off to the shoulder. He stepped into the narrow, tight gap between the bed of his truck and the heavy tongue of the hay rack to tighten the load.
So I was in between my truck and the hay rack, facing the hay rack, and I ratcheted it tight, like 2 ratchets tighter, and then all of a sudden there's hay and everything hit my face, and my glasses were all disheveled. Well, at first I didn't even really know what happened. Like, I never even saw the vehicle that struck me. It was behind the hay rack. The hay that didn't fall off the hay rack obstructed the view of it. I didn't even know what kind of vehicle or anything. I didn't hear anything, like a screech or anything. I just, all of a sudden, there was hay in my face.
A vehicle had slammed directly into the back of the hay rack at highway speed. The massive force shoved the heavy agricultural equipment forward, pinning Willy instantly against his own truck bumper. His legs were completely crushed beneath the weight of the metal I-beam. In moments of extreme trauma, panic is the natural human reaction. But Willy wasn't just a farmer. He was also a volunteer firefighter and first responder. As the dust and hay settled, his survival instincts completely overrode the sheer shock of his injuries.
My eyes hurt, and I tried to move. I was pushing bales of hay off me and was trying to get out, but I realized once I moved all the hay that I was actually pinned in between the hay rack and the truck. And at that point, the gentleman who was involved in the accident with me he asked me if I wanted him to move my truck so I could get out. Well, from the training I've had on the fire department as a first responder, I knew that if I got out, I would bleed to death. So I'm like, no, I'm fine here. Please get my phone.
Willy calmly stayed in place, holding out for a professional extraction team. He stayed on the line with the 911 dispatcher, accurately assessing his own horrific injuries while waiting for help to arrive.
And I looked underneath the hay rack, and I could see that my left leg was going in a different direction, so it was clearly broken. And actually my right leg, I could see bones sticking out through my jeans, above and below the knee.
What happened next was an incredible combination of rapid response and what Willy considers a miracle from above. That very afternoon, the local firefighting community had gathered for the funeral of a fellow volunteer fireman.
I really think one reason I'm still alive is because all the first responders were in their firehouses or close to their firehouses, because we live in an area where it's all volunteers. People have to get there before they can go out on the call. And many of them were already in their fire stations right after his funeral and program. So, I guess he's probably looking out for me. But yeah, that made the response time faster.
A retired state cop was the first one on the scene, immediately applying a military-grade tourniquet to Willy's leg to slow the catastrophic blood loss. Crews from Bonfield, Herscher, and other local fire departments arrived moments later. Using the jaws of life, they carefully pushed the truck and hay rack apart to safely extract him. Willy was rushed to Riverside Hospital, stabilized with multiple units of blood, and airlifted to the University of Chicago Hospital. He was fighting for his life. Over the next few weeks, he underwent more than 15 surgeries, spending over 100 grueling hours in the operating room. But agricultural accidents carry a hidden invisible danger. Dirt, bacteria, and organic matter embedded deep in the wounds, creating a breeding ground for severe infections. By early October, a devastating fungal infection had taken hold of his right bone tissue.
And then the doctor came in and said, okay, we found this infection in your right leg. It's a ½ inch from your bone. If it gets in your bone, then we can't stop it and it'll kill you. So at that point, I took about 3 minutes to digest that in my head. So I decided about 5-10 minutes later, if you gotta save my life, that's the most important thing, so you're gonna have to take my leg off to get rid of the infection.
On October 8th, 2024, less than 6 months after marrying his wife Lisa, Willy's right leg was amputated above the knee. Yet, as news of the tragedy rippled through Kankakee County, a massive community movement was born. Letters and get-well cards from local 4-H clubs and absolute strangers flooded his hospital room, providing a powerful reason to keep pushing forward. Willy spent months moving between intensive rehabilitation at the Shirley Ryan Ability Lab and a specializing nursing home, learning how to navigate the world all over again. And on March 26, 2025, 6 full months after the accident, it was finally time to come home.
We got off at exit 308 and met a county sheriff. I'm like, why are we meeting a county sheriff? The county sheriff puts on lights and stuff, and we go over over Auto Road, and then we go back to 115, and there's people like by Irwin on the side of the road, or the end of the roads along 115. Then when we got to Herscher, there was lots of people, like in the Dollar General parking lot, the Casey's parking lot, and all the way down to CVS and everything. It was really nice. I did not know that there was going to be people like in Herscher and along the side of every intersection and things, you know, and along Main Street. I just thought there was just like going to be a little open house at the fire department in Cabri where you can come say hi if you want. So it was very overwhelming. I cried a lot, but it was really nice to see all the people.
Willy's journey didn't stop at just surviving. He was determined to get back to his pigs, his fields, and his life. But a short residual limb and lingering nerve damage in his left foot meant that physical farming would require serious adaptation. That's when his community stepped in once again. Friends took a specialized mechanical lift from the tractor of a late friend, retrofitted it, and attached it directly to Willy's tractor.
So even before I had my prosthetic, I could get out of my wheelchair onto the lift. It would get me into the tractor, that one tractor. So I was able to run the baler with the tractor, the cutter, the rake, everything. Obviously, I need help. I have to have more help than before. I used to just climb out of the tractor, hook something up. Now I call a friend, they come over and they will help me get hooked up, and then I can do what I need to do after that, on my own. I can still do everything, so it's good. It makes me feel like I'm still useful, helpful.
Fast forward to today. It is now June of 2026. Just last month, on May 1st, Willy reached a monumental milestone. He officially returned to his full-time position as a plant and pesticide specialist with the Illinois Department of Agriculture. He's also busy turning his pain into purpose. Willy is currently working alongside the Community Foundation of Kankakee River Valley to establish the Willy Strong Foundation to provide immediate financial relief to other farmers injured in the line of duty.
We would like to make it so that if a farmer's hurt in the Kankakee River Valley area, so like Livingston, Iroquois, Kankakee, kind of like my territory that I work in for the Department of Ag, then we can offer them assistance with, like no questions asked, most farmers, farming is their only source of income. So if they're not able to do things, they're no income. And I have great friends that combined my crops and did everything while I was in the hospital, so I didn't lose that income. But some people don't have that wonderful friends and family like I do, so I wanted to help.
Willy's story is a profound testament to human resilience and small-town solidarity. But it's also a stark warning. Every autumn and spring, heavy farm equipment rolls down rural two-lane roads. Drivers rushing to their destinations often lose patience. Willy wants everyone to understand that those few seconds of impatience can alter a family's trajectory forever.
That's why people should be very careful in the farming season and whenever they're on the road, that when they see a slow-moving vehicle sign, they should pay attention, because it only takes a second and their life can be changed forever. Like 10 seconds can affect someone else for the rest of their life. It's not really worth someone being hurt forever just to save 10 seconds or whatever time you're going to save. Just slow down and be calm. And farmers see you, they'll get over when they can.
This episode of This One Time in Kankakee was produced by me, Jake Lamore, and the WVLI Podcast Network. Special thanks to Willy VanWassenhove for sharing his incredible journey with us. To learn more about farm road safety or to support the upcoming Willy Strong Foundation, you can contact the Community Foundation of Kankakee River Valley. And if you have a story to share, shoot me an email at jake@milnermediapartners.com and finish this sentence for me. This one time in Kankakee. Listen to all of today's local news in one place.
Checking your WVLI news, I'm Rob West.
The WVLI News Update brings you the day's news in 10 minutes or less. Clear, credible, and on your schedule. Follow now wherever you get your podcasts or at WVLI927.com and click on air. It's all part of the new WVLI Podcast Network. The voices you trust beyond the dial.